Hello, Pro Shop operators. Welcome to our fall webinar. I'm here in Hopkinsville, Kentucky at our worldwide headquarters. We've got a great webinar planned for you today. You're going to hear about some new products, some things that you haven't heard of before, and we've got some really cool things to show you. So if you notice on your screen, there's a chat window. Feel free to put in any questions that you have. We're here to answer them for you. At the end of our webinar, we will have a Q&A session, so stick around to the end where we will live on screen answer your questions. We're going to send it over to Rob Gottschall and Dave Waka. They're your hosts for today's webinar.
Thanks, Mike. We're glad that you're joining us today here at our first webinar. I'm your host, Dave Waka, and joining me today to give some insight, Rob Gottschall. Rob, what do you think about what we're doing here today?
Okay, Dave, this is very exciting for us as a whole at Ebonite International, but more importantly, our pro shop operators out there, as we're really starting to provide them with an on-demand type of experience through this webinar series, and we're coming to them instead of them having to come to us at a normal seminar trail.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff planned for you. We got a lot of information coming up. But first, we're going to take it over to Rich Hansen. He's going to talk about the new USB-C ball specifications.
Hello, everyone. I'm here at the Ebonite International headquarters, fixing to head into the lab to see what's going on here with Randy Tyloff. We're here to talk to you about the USB-C spec changes and what's been going on there. So let's head into the lab and we'll see what Randy's working on, okay?
Here you are, Randy.
Hey, Rich.
What are you working on over there?
Working on some new cover stocks.
Yeah. What's the laser lights things going on over there?
Well, this is actually the new oil absorption test that has been put in place since USB-C made the change to require oil absorption. So we've actually acquired the same equipment that they're using to do their test on so we can sync our labs together. So we're doing those tests now since they made the change official in this August.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a requirement now, but it will be effective in 2020.
So all of our current cover stocks are all good?
Everything that we're doing today passes all of the tests that are currently in place and in the future.
Okay, so what, I know you're working on a new cover stock here, and we've had some really good ones lately you've made for us, the Aggression cover stock for Hammer and the Prime cover stock for Track. Mm-hmm. Is this new one, we're making sure that one's compliant too?
This is, everything that we're doing is based off of what's going to happen in 2020. We're looking for opportunities to make the changes that are necessary to enhance the cover stock so we can actually knock your socks off in the future, but yet pass the requirements that are put in place by the governing body.
I can't wait to try that one out.
Pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
But there's also other changes that have been put in place into there, like the static weight, weight hold change that they're talking about doing for 2020 that'll become official.
Yeah, now we can have 3 ounces of side weight, 3 ounces of finger weight, 3 ounces any direction, no balance holes starting in 2020. But we've been working a lot with Blueprint on our side of it. With our Pro Shop class we teach, and Blueprint's a tool that most of your Pro Shop operators have. In that tool, we can mess around with static weights and see. We can add 3 ounces of side weight to a ball and simulate on the lane. We can put 3 ounces of negative side weight and simulate on the lane. There's minor changes you can see through that shift in static weights, but I'll tell you there's more minute tweaks in a bowler's release probably that'll affect the ball's reaction more than the static weights will, between axis tilt, axis rotation, variances in ball speed, the lane pattern changing over time.
There's a lot of different changes that can happen to a bowling ball, different things that can affect the performance from the cover stocks to the cores, and there's a lot of changes that are going on in the industry, and a lot of work being done, especially on the part with Blueprint, to try to understand what that impact is, but also be able to educate the bowling industry to what that actually truly means. But I will tell you, Rich, that at the end of the day, all of these are opportunities for us to be able to, embrace those changes and actually take those and create differences that we haven't been used to seeing.
Yeah, exactly. So pro shops out there, if you've got Blueprint, we encourage you to use that to your advantage. Go in there. You can simulate on the lane. The lane pattern doesn't change, so you actually see what's happening with the static weights. You can simulate the bowler's release. It doesn't change, and see if that extra half ounce matters to you or the bowler style, and take advantage of it if you can.
Thanks, Rich. As you heard, we're doing everything we can to provide the best products possible to comply within the new USB-C specifications. So normally when we go out on these seminar trails, we show you all these brand new products, and now that we're here with you, we're going to go through all those products. We got a lot of them today. We're going to start right here with the new Hammer Ripped Pearl. Rob, what can you tell us about the Ripped Pearl?
Dave, I think the things that people are going to talk about the most is the finish on this ball. We had the Rip Solid originally and the Ripped, one dull, one shiny. In this ball, we kind of wanted to give you the best of both worlds. So we came out with a pearlized version. However, it is not shiny like you're used to seeing in a pearlized ball. The finish process on this ball is 500, 1,000, 3,000 grit Abralon. It's still going to get clean through the front like you're used to seeing out of a pearlized ball, but because it's got a little more texture on the surface, it's going to allow it to dig a little harder in the mid lane, but still give you that continuous motion that you're used to seeing down lane from a pearlized ball.
That sounds like great ball motion. I can't wait to go out and throw it myself. So let's take you over here and show you this new video.
Shannon, it is the middle of the night and the bowling alley is closed. What are we doing here? We're bowling. Let's go. Shannon, can you tell me why you brought me here in the middle of the night to bowl?
Well, you missed the first 3 PWBA tour stops. You still won Rookie of the Year, but I'm Player of the Year. Who knows what would have happened if you would have bowled all 3? So I thought, let's battle it out right now. No cameras, no fans, you and me, right here, right now.
I mean, I guess I can just beat you again like I did in Harrisburg.
Lanes are on. Warm up, rookie. You want to go first, rookie?
Age before beauty.
So, Rob, what'd you think about that video?
It was different, Dave. It was very unique for the Hammer brand. I liked that we got to see the humorous side of each player as well as the competitor in each one of them. What were your initial thoughts on the video?
I really like the fact, like you said, about the humor and the competitiveness, but I also like the fact that at the end of it, you still see that they're friends. They have a mutual respect for each other, and they got to showcase this new great product for us, too.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And, you know, it was good for our pro shop operators and our consumers as well, to where you were able to see two different types of players use this ball in a different way, where you got Jordan, who's on the higher end of the rev rate spectrum, and then you got Shannon, a little lower rev rate, more in the tweener category. How this ball was it was very usable for both players.
Well, we got a chance to sit down with them after they shot that video. Let's take a look.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. We had so much fun bowling. We're here at West Park Bowl in Columbia, Illinois, throwing the new Ripped Pearl. This ball has the Aggression CFI cover stock, which is the same cover stock that was on the previous two Ripped Solid and Ripped Hybrid. What I loved about this ball is it fits right in the middle of those two bowling balls for me, because it's a pearl ball, but it has a sanded cover. And so it gives you the characteristics of wanting to be a little earlier, but still comes off the spot pretty hard.
Yeah, every time if I miss right with it, it snapped back and snapped the 10 out every single time, and if I miss in with it, it stays right there, and I still snap the 10 out with it every time. In comparison to my original Ripped, if I needed it to be cleaner, I would throw it then, because when my Ripped would run out of energy, this one would fit in perfect.
Now we're going to switch over to the Ebonite brand. 5 months ago, we introduced our new lower mid performance line with the Destiny Solid and Destiny Pearl. Today, we're here to introduce the newest addition to that line, the Destiny Hybrid. And to tell us more about it, we're going to go over to our test facility and join Rich Hansen and Matt Gasson.
So here we are at the test center to talk to you today about the Destiny line. This last June we launched it in a 2 balls, a solid and a pearl, to give you different performances on the lane. They both also feature the Cyclone Torque core with a 53 differential at 15 pounds, is the strongest core in the marketplace at that price point.
And not only that, but it's the same core shape all the way from 10 to 16 pounds, which is really unique in our industry.
And today we're going to talk to you today about the Destiny Hybrid. Matt, you've had a chance to throw all 3 of these the other day and shot some video footage of it. Explain each ball and how they compare to each other and what you see out of them.
Yeah, so I'll start with the Destiny Solid. The Destiny Solid to me reminded me a lot of the original Game Breaker 2 that we released a couple of years ago. It's got a little higher RG, a little higher differential, and then instead of the 500-2000 finish that we have on the Game Breaker 2, this has a 513 finish. So it's got a little smoother finish as well. It's a little cleaner, a little smoother overall than the Game Breaker 2. It's probably going to be best used on some medium oil conditions.
And how about the Destiny Pearl?
The Destiny Pearl I saw gave effortless length through the front part of the lane. It's going to be really good really late in blocks once the lanes get burnt up, or maybe even when you're bowling on some bad lane surfaces that have a lot of built-in friction to them.
Maybe some senior players have a little bit slower ball speed?
Yeah, slower ball speed players for sure are definitely going to like that one.
So how about the Destiny Hybrid?
What I originally expected out of the Destiny Hybrid was for it to be just a little stronger than the Destiny Pearl with it being a hybrid. But what I found after throwing it is that it gave me a similar amount of overall hook to the Destiny Solid, just a little further down the lane because of that polished finish.
Okay, so there you go. The Destiny Hybrid completes the line. We have a solid version, a pearl version, and a hybrid version, giving you different unique performances on the lane at a great price.
So as you just heard from Matt and Rich, this Destiny line has a very attractive price, has great performance, and you should be confident selling it to any skill level of bowler that walks in your pro shop. Speaking of all skill levels, let's talk about youth bowling for a minute. It's the fastest growing segment of our industry, and Ebonite International is the proud presenting sponsor of Junior Gold.
Junior Gold live, the trade show, Dallas, Texas. We're in the DFW area. Appreciate everyone tuning in.
Yeah, thank you.
singing, we will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you, rock you, rock you, rock you. We will rock you. Sing it. We will rock you, rock you, rock you, rock you. We will rock you.
I'm now joined here on the couch with Jackie Carbonetto. Jackie oversees all of our happenings with Junior Gold here at Ebonite International. Jackie, kind of tell me what our favorite part of the Junior Gold Championships is as a company.
Yeah, I mean, other than saying all of it, I think our favorite part is actually being at the event. There's not many opportunities throughout the year that we have 10 days straight to interact with our consumers, the people who actually buy our bowling balls, and especially the youth demographic. They don't get to come to Bowl Expo or any of those things. So interacting with them on a face-to-face level, and also our pro staff, getting the opportunity to interact with them, it sort of humanizes the pro staff for these kids.
Yeah, you touched on the pro staff and being able to interact with the kids. I think there's two real cool things that I thought we did in Cleveland. We did a beach party, and then in Dallas, we did an EBI game day right outside the American Airlines Center. For the pro shops, can you maybe kind of tell them a little more about those and the thought process behind those?
Yeah, so at both of these events, we had giant Jenga, beanbag toss, wiffle ball games. We had a dunk tank in Dallas, which was a huge hit with the kids. They got to dunk all of their favorite pros, and it was actually really cool how into it the pro staff got as well.
It was a fun time for sure. I mean, the dunk tank was a hit. And then my final question for you today, how do you, for our pro shop operators out there, how can Junior Gold help benefit them?
Yeah, I think what's important to realize is Junior Gold isn't only just those 10 days. The pro shops can benefit all year round from this event. I think it's a great opportunity for these pro shops to use it as a teaching moment for these kids and to be more involved with their youth programs. It's an opportunity for them to teach them about the bowling balls they purchase, and understanding that the brand new one that comes out isn't necessarily the one that they need to have in their bag, and learning how to change ball surfaces and learning how to read patterns the right way. I think it's a really great opportunity for them to help these kids and help them grow and do better year after year at Junior Gold.
Jackie, thank you for your time today, and thank you for all you do for us for the Junior Gold Championships. We look forward to seeing what you and the company has in store in Detroit in 2019.
Thank you.
Now we're going to shift over to track. Over the last few years, the Paradox Series has become one of the most successful lines of balls around the world. Releasing this week is the all-new Paradox 5. We're joined today by Rich Hansen. Rich, tell us a little bit about the design.
Yeah, the Paradox 5 is designed to be the perfect complement to the Paradox Black. We released the Paradox Black this last fall. It was basically a re-release of the original blue Paradox that was so successful. But what we were looking for is to try to create that same mid-lane traction we see at the Paradox, but give it that back-end kick that we kind of been missing in that line. I know a lot of the tour staff, they love that Paradox motion. It's just when the lane burns up, they got to get left, they always feel like they're missing a little bit down lane. What have they been telling you on the tour?
Yeah, I mean, we've definitely had a lot of success. We've won titles with the Paradox with Amanda Green, Diana Zavulova, Bill O'Neill, lots of success with the Paradox, but I think the one thing we've really been missing was the Paradox in a shiny version. The Prime Pearl cover that's now on the Paradox 5, Rich, what do you think makes this one so different than the others?
Yeah, the others, I think as we progress from the QR series of cover stocks, that QR is that quick response, really helped dig into the mid lane, but the ball consumed a lot of energy there, which is great on the fresh lanes. But as lane transition and the lanes get drier and the tour bowls longer blocks, you need something that's going to be cleaner through the front, still give you that good mid lane traction, and have more continuation down lane. And we tested a lot of covers, but this Prime Pearl cover that we've been using, the Precision and the Alias, is really the key to make this ball so successful and can make it the perfect complement to that Black Paradox.
Thanks, Rich, for explaining that. Now let's take a look at it going down the lane.
My first thought when they told me that we're going to come out with a new Paradox was, wow, I get to use the Icor 2.0 again and another bowling ball. Then they told me we're going to use the Prime Pearl cover stock, which is our most reactive shiny shell. And I went, wow, I can't wait to see what this does. We took it to the lanes, and my first impression was, I can't believe how much cleaner this is than my black Paradox, and then how much more responsive it is down lane. It actually, when the lane started to dry up, my black Paradox started to burn up a little bit, and then I could move left off of it, and I had almost unlimited recovery from this ball that I wasn't expecting. The Icor 2.0 being in the new Paradox, low RG at 248 and its high differential 057 and the strong mass bias at 015 gives the core a lot of torque. So it allows the ball to really pick up and go when it sees friction. And I'm really excited about this in a shiny shell where I can open the lane up and really get the ball to turn the corner. This is the strongest pearl shell we've ever put on a high performance trackball. And I'm really excited about this is because it's going to allow me to open up the angles and get more recovery down lane than any Paradox ever has.
You just saw Mitch Beasley in the Paradox 5 video. Rob is now joined in studio by Mitch to discuss Track's next new release, the Tundra Solid. Rob?
Mitch, Track's kind of known for getting into the weeds a bit, creating unique ball motions for specific situations. I personally feel that this ball kind of fits in that category. Can you tell us a little bit about the dynamics of the Tundra Solid?
What we've done is we've taken the high RG, low diff Tundra core, and instead of the delayed response cover, we put a quick response cover on it. So what this allows it to does, it gets really good through the front for the high RG, doesn't overflare, but the quick response allows it to pick up more in the oil so it doesn't skid jerk as much. It allows us to use it a little bit more often when the lanes are a little puddled. It's going to be really exceptional for our slow ball speed bowlers that need to get the ball down the lane but still pick up in the oil. It's going to be great for later blocks. It's just a really good design ball.
Yeah, you started to touch on it a bit there. For our viewers at home, where do you kind of feel you'll use this ball the most, when you're out competing?
Well, I see myself personally using it on our shorter patterns, like our 32 foot, our 36 foot, when I need something that doesn't overhook too much. I'm going to use it a lot in the later blocks when we're on really bad surfaces where the surface makes the ball hook early and I need it to get down the lane. So I think it's going to be a very versatile ball for your rev dominant players or lower ball speeds or on surfaces that hook a lot.
Let's check out Mitch throwing the all-new Tundra Solid by Track.
My first impressions of the Tundra Solid is that this is going to be a fantastic ball for me when I'm bowling on a drier league shot or a drier tournament shot when my Tundra is not quite enough. And this is going to be a fantastic ball for your league bowlers when they're house shot hooks, or for your seniors that have a little bit slower ball speed and they have a little bit trouble with the stronger balls hooking too early, not backing it enough. This Tundra Solid is going to clear the front really good and continue stronger than the original Tundra, which is going to be a fantastic addition to everyone's bag, whether it's your league bowler or your tournament bowler. Well, the really good things about the Tundra Solid is the new QR4 cover stock. And what we've done is we've taken the cover stock, the QR5 from the Heat Extreme, and we've dialed it down a little bit. So now we have that great mid-lane motion that the Heat Extreme had, but a lot less for when the lanes are drier. We still need a little bit more mid-lane than we get off the DR4 cover stock. So this gives us more mid-lane and great continuation when the lanes are drier. One of the things that I really like about the Tundra Solid is the Track high RG, low differential symmetric core. We're at a 257 RG, which is going to get the ball way down the lane very easily. It has 029 diff, so it's not going to overflare, try to hook too much when the lanes are drier, or we're bowling on a really flat hook and sport shot. It's one of the things that I really like about the ball.
Welcome back, everybody. Now we're going to talk about another one of our major initiatives, our collegiate program.
Yeah, Dave, this has been a big vision for us, over the last few years. In 2014, we sponsored just 4 collegiate programs at Ebonite International. Now, as the new season is upon us this year, I'm proud to say we have 47 schools. And when you add the men's and women's programs at some of them, we have over 60 teams exclusively using the Ebonite International product line. This is obviously extreme growth in that department for us and our company. And I think a few things that have led to that is, we do unique things for these teams. We provide each team with a demo. And at those demos, we also give them access to our bowler ID where they can find all their bowler statistics. We also offer blueprint software for them, which we're the only company in the industry that offers that type of thing to the marketplace. And I think between those tools and the success of our product line, it's just another way in which we're interacting with the youth of today. And I think it's a great thing for our organization.
Yeah, and being with all those programs that we have, how that's translated even into some individuals after college. Why don't you hit on that a little bit?
Yeah, a lot of our pro staff started in some of our college programs. One of the highlights, PBA Rookie of the Year, Matt Sanders, started at Marion University, and he's worked his way up contract levels, and now all of a sudden he's a PBA Rookie of the Year. We've also Wesley Lowe, junior gold champion, Matt Russo, U.S. amateur champion. And then you go to the women's side. You had Verity Crawley, Diana Zaviolova out of the Weber program. Josie Barnes, 2-time PWBA champion, not only came from a collegiate sponsored school, she's also the coach at one of our collegiate sponsored schools now. So, yeah, the players that have come out of this program, it's really refreshing to see.
Yeah. And what about the success that our programs have had now since becoming part of our team?
Yeah, since 2000, Dave, Ebonite sponsored schools, nobody's won more national championships than our teams. I think that's a very proud thing for all of us to say. In 2018, we were able to take home 4 national championships. We had the William Patterson men's team win the club championships. Weber International won the NAIA championships. Lindenwood women won the intercollegiate team championships, and then the Vanderbilt Commodores won the NCAA women's championships.
That's a pretty bold statement there that, all those championships. And you just touched on Vanderbilt being a sponsored school. They're actually with Columbia 300, and that's going to lead us into our next ball that we're going to talk about right here, which is the new Columbia 300 Spoiler Alert. This is a brand new ball from Columbia 300 that you're seeing for the first time today. Rob, why don't you give us just a couple of points on this ball?
The Spoiler Alert, as you can probably assume based on just looking at it here for the first time, it's a shiny version of the original spoiler. The design intent by the R&D team was to make the perfect complement to the spoiler. What we see in the original spoiler and what you also see here in the Spoiler Alert is a very heavy rolling mid-lane symmetrical ball. And that's just a different type of motion than what you see out of some other symmetrical balls, but it's also a much needed thing for each person's bag.
All right, let's take a look at this ball going down the lane now.
Hi, I'm Missy Parkin from Laguna Hills, California, and I'm a full-time professional bowler, as well as a pro shop operator, coach, and a mom. Right now, we're at AMF Carter Lanes in Fullerton, California, and we're here testing out the all-new Columbia 300 Spoiler Alert. I'm really excited to try out the all-new Spoiler Alert because I really love the original spoiler. This ball features the spoiler core wrapped in the Reflex Pearl cover stock, finished with 500/1000 factory polish. And it's going to be great for medium conditions. It's going to give you that nice length that you're looking for without having to really try to force it down the lane. The number one thing I noticed is that I was really able to open up my angles. Compared to the original spoiler, the spoiler alert is going to be a lot cleaner through the front part of the lane. It's going to store up lots of energy for an amazing back end reaction. Being a pro shop operator, I feel like this ball is going to work great for a variety of levels. I feel like that entry-level bowler that wants to get a little bit more performance than the basic reactive resin, this is going to be a great ball for them to get into. But I also feel like it's going to be a great ball for those medium average level bowlers as well, when it's like game 2 or game 3 in league and the lanes are going through a bit of transition and you need a ball that's going to clear the fronts a little bit better. That's going to be this ball, but it's also going to be an amazing ball for those higher level bowlers as well. Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning into the webinar today. As you just saw in the video, I had the privilege of throwing the all-new spoiler alert, and I'm so excited about this bowling ball. For me, the original spoiler, being a pro shop operator, I was able to put that ball into so many different customers' hands with a variety of levels and trust that it was going to work for them. And the same is true with the new spoiler alert. It's a great ball for the price point, plus it has an amazing shelf appeal. Just can't go wrong. I hope all of you enjoyed the rest of the webinar today. Thank you for allowing me to spend a little bit of time with all of you, and good luck, and here's to a profitable pro shop season for all of us.
We're joined now by a very special guest, USBC and PBA Hall of Famer, 3-time Tournament of Champions winner, Southeast Ebonite District Sales Manager, and 25 years with the company. Joining Rob on the couch, Jason Couch.
Jason, it's good to have you here today. We're going to talk about a few different things, but first, let's talk a little bit about your bowling career and where it's going here in the future. I know a year ago you had knee replacement on one of your knees, and we're about 13 months away from your 50th birthday. So I'm expecting a return to the PBA 50 tour. When you reach that point, just tell all our pro shop operators kind of where your process is and what your goals are going forward.
Well, starting with last November, I had the knee surgery. I feel like $1 million. I feel like as good as you guys look on the set today. Look like $1 million. So I feel good. I have some lofty goals for the PBA 50. I'm excited about getting out there. I really want to make a big impact when I get out there.
Well, before we go more into depth with Jason Couch, we're going to send you to a video as Jason got to throw the next brand new Ebonite release.
Ebonite fan, Andrew Anderson here.
One-take video. That's why it's a one-take video.
Hey bowling fans, Jason Couch here. Look who's back. Took some time off, had a knee surgery. I feel great. I talked to Ebonite about their one-take videos. I said it looked a lot of fun. I said, can I be a part of that? And they said, absolutely. In fact, we have a new ball that we'd like you to show the public. So come on, guys, take a peek. Here you have it, the Ebonite Impact. Brand new high-performance ball, green, silver, blue. I have a pin-up layout and a pin-down layout. Let's see how they roll. Six pin out of the gate. See if we can run that down. Felt like I missed a little left. Ball wanted to come up a little sharp. I'm bowling in Mount Dora Bowl here in Florida, not far from my house. A friend of mine, Jay, owns the place and allowed us to come in and film today. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right. What we have here today with this Ebonite Impact is we have the GSV1 cover. Beautiful cover, updated cover. And any of you fans out there that have ever thrown the pivot before from the Ebonite series, we have the CB2 asymmetric core in this ball, which was an original pivot series with an upgraded cover. There's a good one, guys. Got that one nice and clean off my hand. Executed, 10 back. Rolls phenomenal through the pins. Anybody out there that's thrown the Ebonite Choice, great high performance bowling ball from Ebonite that's smooth rolling, very strong. You need something that's going to push through the front of the lane, be a little more responsive down lane later in league night. Definitely go to this ball.
You just saw your first look at the new Ebonite Impact. Rob, Jason, tell us a little bit more about this.
Jason, give us your first thoughts on just what you saw when you pulled the ball out of the box.
Great shelf appeal. I really like the logo. I think it's going to pop on the shelf.
All right, now that we talked about the color and the shelf appeal, let's talk a little bit about the core and the cover. We've brought back the CB2 asymmetrical core. Tell the folks at home where that core originated.
That core started with the Pivot series, and we felt like it's a great performing core, so we felt like we really wanted to bring it back. And with the GSV1 cover stock on it, much improved from the original Pivot series. We already had that really strong motion in the Choice, the Matrix Solid. What we really needed in the Ebonite line was that ball that was going to be clean to the front and very responsive down lane, and we certainly got it with this one.
I totally agree with you, Jason. Thank you for joining us today. Really appreciate everything you've done for the company over the past 25 years. We look forward to you heading out in another year from now to the PBA 50 Tour, and we look forward to you getting back in the winner's circle real soon. Speaking of winning, 2018 has been an awesome year for Team EBI. Let's take a look.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars but I couldn't make a killing, didn't have a dime but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, didn't know how but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million, always had high hopes. Mama said, something for oddities, stranger cruises, ain't ever wannabes, winning the novelties that don't ever change. We wanted everything, wanted everything. Stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Oh, stay up on that rise, stay up on that rise, never come down. Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated, all tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting. They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best of me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to see. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have
So as you can see from that success video, we are really proud of what we've accomplished on the lanes and also off the lanes. Speaking of success, on and off the lanes, I'm now joined by National Sales Manager from Turbo, Chris Sand. Chris, Ebonite International and Turbo have partnered, and you guys are now the official grip of Demo Days. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, thanks, Dave. Super excited about this opportunity. As we know, Ebonite International has done a great job with their Demo Day promotion. So you and Mike kind of came to us at the beginning of the year and said, how can we partner this together? So we kind of came up with what we think is a pretty good program. We've created the hashtag Field Player program. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and talk to the consumer as well as the pro shop operator who is hosting the Demo Day event.
That's a great plan.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is each one of the demo leaders is going to get a set. They're going to get a set that they're going to set up at every single event. We're going to have our own table. It's going to be geared around this whole hashtag Field Player campaign. There's going to be 3 displays of different styles of grips. We're going to feature our Quad Classic, and then also our Quad 2. And in each one of these instances, we're going to stress the message of how important it is to change your inserts every 6 months or 60 games.
That's a great idea for the pro shops to buy into as well. You know, as a pro shop hosting a demo day, what can they expect out of this?
Yeah, so in addition to talking to the actual consumer, we're going to reach out to the pro shop operator as well. So what you're going to get probably about 3 to 4 weeks prior to hosting your event is you're going to get one of our customer service representatives reaching out to you and offering you a special. So what we're going to do is we're going to offer you 20 outers and 10 inners, switch grip related. If you purchase that program or that package from us, what we're going to do is we're going to give you 50 free inserts.
Wow.
The whole behind that is that you'll then in turn give those back to the customers that are attending your demo day. So we're going to give you a card. It's going to say with a purchase of an EBI bowling ball at this demo, you're going to get 1 set of inserts from Turbo Grips. They're going to have a card that can hand them out at their discretion. It's going to say 30 days from this date. They're valid, which pro shop, in hopes that you pass that incentive on to your customer.
That's great. Well, you know, Chris, we appreciate you guys partnering up with us, and we look forward to seeing everybody out there on the demo trail. So pro shops, make sure you get in touch with Turbo as well when we're out there on our demos. Thanks again, Chris.
Thanks, Dave.
And now we're going to throw it over to the test center with Matt Gasson and Rich Hansen to talk about our 2 new hammer releases.
Thanks, Dave. We're here to talk to you guys today about 2 brand new upper mid-price balls for hammer. Before we do, I want to talk to you a little bit about the Scandal S. The Scandal S has been the staple benchmark ball, symmetrical ball for all of our pro staff and all the bowlers around the country. Today we're going to introduce you a brand new ball that complements that ball very well and gives you a little bit different motion on the lane. Matt, why don't you tell us a little bit about this new ball before I unveil it?
Yeah, so we took a core that's had a lot of success lately. It's been really successful, especially on the Pro Tours in the Rodman series of ball, the spheroid core. It's kind of their go-to ball right now in that Rodman Pearl. So we decided to continue that the use of that core in these new balls here. So
okay,
so go ahead and
that brand new ball is the Web. Falling in the upper mid-price category, that fits perfectly with the nameplates with the Black Widow. With that spheroid core, you're going to see a little bit more push to the front than the Scandal S because it's got a little bit lower differential, but you're going to see more continuation down lane. We had the Simtex on the Scandal S. We've now put the Aggression cover stock, the brand new HP cover on this Web. So I think this ball is going to be a perfect ball for you. Want that ball to go down lane a little bit further, but still have that same symmetrical shape and have more continuation down lane.
Yeah, from the 2 balls so far, I'd say they have a pretty similar amount of overall hook. The only difference is you're just going to see a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother overall motion with this. This is going to be just a touch cleaner, like you said, and a little more pop down the lane.
Yep. And so we said this is a dual launch, so we have 1 more ball to unveil to you. But before we do, Matt, why don't you talk about some of the hype we've seen on the internet and social media about the special HT1 ball that we sent out to a lot of our pro staff.
We did, yeah. We sent out a special ball. We wanted them to kind of take a look at it and get some initial feedback and thoughts from them, and kind of build some hype around it. And you know, there's been a lot of questions asked about it.
One of the questions is everybody saw it and that label says urethane on it, so everybody immediately thinks, you know, we've had some hot urethane balls out, and they're like, you know, can't wait. Hammer's got another urethane ball coming. But that's just a standard label we put on all balls we send out for test balls that says urethane. That's how we identify non-polyester balls in our factory. But it's not a urethane ball.
It's not.
It is a special new cover.
It is. And yeah, like I said, one of the things we'd sit around and talk about in a lot of our development meetings is how can we create a urethane type motion without using actual urethane cover?
Yeah.
And it's becoming more and more popular again on the pro tours and a lot of elite level competition. But actually, one of the first pros to throw it was Mike Machuga throwing the new HT1.
Well then. That's 18 in a row. Really? Well, 7 over there. Man, I won't get the Destiny. I'll get that ball. Tell Ebonite to sell me one of those. They got anything hanging around. There you go. There you go. Test ball approved. I was gonna say, screw Destiny ball. I want that one now.
So there we saw Mike Machuga throwing the new HT1.
Yeah, HT1 isn't the actual ball name we're going to come out with. The ball is actually going to be the Web Tour Edition. The Web Tour Edition has a few changes from the Web, of course. One of the changes is we've taken away the pancake from the core design. So what that does is takes a differential from 48 down to 30, so it cuts down about 2 inches of flare potential, can allow the ball to be more controlled and a little bit less overall hook. But that's not the only changes in this ball. I know we got a brand new cover stock we've been working on, Matt. Why don't you tell them about that?
Yeah, we have a new Tour V1 cover stock we've been working on for a little bit. One of the things we talk about in our product development meetings is how prevalent urethane is becoming again, not only at the pro level, but the highest amateur levels and even in some leagues here and there. But the problem with urethane is that once you get past about 10, maybe 15 in the front part of the lane, they don't continue down the lane and they don't go through the pins the right way. So we wanted to develop a resin cover stock that would give a urethane type ball motion that you could play further left with and still get continuation down lane and good pin action as you move left with it. And that's what we've done here with this Tour V1. The other thing that we've done is instead of the typical 500, 2000 finish that we do on a lot of our sanded balls, we've done a 360, 1000 finish to give this ball more teeth, give it a little extra oomph in the front part of the lane there so that it'll give you a little bigger hook window front to back on the lane and give you a little bit margin of error.
Yeah, so the big difference here is everything really. We have lower differential. We have a brand new cover stock that gives us that urethane look but better continuation down lane that everybody wants to see. And we have a new finish process. What I want to show you for now is a consumer video for the first time with Tom Doherty and AJ Rice throwing the brand new Web and Web Tour Edition.
Hey bowling fans, TD here. Time for another ball video. Hammer's coming out with a new dual launch. So, instead of just doing it by myself, I thought I'd bring in the best amateur bowler I know, AJ Rice. AJ, you ready to show what these balls can do?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right guys, we're here with our first ball of the Web. It's featuring the spheroid core with a aggression hybrid cover stock. And this ball is going to hook a lot for a symmetric core.
Second ball we have is the Web Tour Edition. Just like the Web, it has a spherical core, but they took the puck off the top, so it's gonna have a lot less diff, make it a little bit more controllable, and they wrapped it with the new Tour V1 cover stock.
Okay.
Pretty good.
I like it. I give it 2 tournaments. You'll win your next title with that ball right there.
Okay, I like the way you're thinking. I like the way you're thinking. We're gonna throw this a lot on tour, I think, because of, you know, we bowl on some harder, flatter pattern.
Right.
This one is so smooth. I like this one. Even when I come around it a little bit, it just doesn't jerk off the spot. It goes side.
That ball looks better and better every time it goes down the lane.
Watch this one. This one hooks a little bit more.
Yep.
Whoa.
Definitely hooks more.
Definitely hooks more. I had to move about 3 or 4 left with that ball. Because when it sees the dry, man, it goes left.
It goes left, yeah, it goes sideways.
You can see a big difference between these two. Man, jeez. That one is silky smooth.
It is
right
silky
there.
smooth, yes, silky smooth.
I like that. Awesome.
I'm gonna like that ball.
Yeah. Now throw the other one and you'll see the difference that flip cap makes.
Okay.
Because this one's gonna come off the spot so much harder.
True.
So throw this one and watch the difference.
All right.
Boom. See it dig time right there.
Yeah.
As soon as it gets to that spot, it just goes sideways.
It automatically hooks. Yeah.
Big difference. So when they're a little harder, a little flatter, this one's gonna make
Yeah.
much more controllable than that one.
Keep
for sure.
keep you safe.
Now watch it. You see it right there. See the difference? I mean, that's basically the difference between the two balls.
Yeah.
One jumps off the spot and one is nice and smooth off the spot. It's perfect. You ready to have a little fun?
Let's have some fun.
Let's show them what these balls can really do.
All right, I got you.
Go for it. Oh!
Oh, baby. Here
Wow.
we go.
That was sweet.
Yes.
Oh, take that!
Yeah. All right.
I can do it too. So after throwing that web ball today, what do you think?
I definitely like it. This is definitely a good symmetric ball. It's one of the strongest I've ever owned and I'm going to be throwing. It definitely gets down the lane really clean, but it still comes to the spot really hard. So I definitely am going to like this ball when I can move in and open lanes up a little bit. But on another note, what do you think of that Web Tour Edition?
I'll tell you what, I like this ball a lot. This is something different that we have in our line now, and I can see me using this ball like after I throw urethane. Starts to wiggle down lane. This one's gonna come off that spot, but it's still, it's still got that controllable arc like a urethane ball, so I'm gonna like this one a lot. There you have it, a creative dual launch from Hammer. I think the most creative to date. We got the Web and the Web Tour. Make sure you get yours November 13th. For now, Rebel out. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the webinar. Hope you enjoyed our video. We had a lot of fun shooting it. AJ, what do you think about these new balls?
I definitely like them. Ever since making the switch to DBI, I've had one of the best years of my life, and these two balls are going to complement everything else that I've got in my bag.
Guys, as you saw in the video, these balls are going to be an easy sell. They're a great dual launch, 2 different ball reactions from these balls. I'm looking forward to putting them in the shop. I know I'm going to be able to sell a lot of them. You got a high rev player, low rev player, speed dominant, it doesn't matter. Someone's going to be able to throw these bowling balls. Get them both.
So there you just watched the world premiere video featuring the Web and Web Tour Edition with AJ Rice and Tom Doherty.
Yeah, it looked like they worked really well together and had a lot of fun throwing these 2 new balls.
Yeah, these 2 new balls complement each other very, very well. So just to recap, we have the brand new Web featuring the strong symmetrical core with a larger differential and the aggression hybrid cover stock. This is going to be the go-to ball for oilier patterns. To complement that is the Web Tour Edition. This has the lower differential, the brand new Tour V1 solid cover, and that 360 1000 finish to give it that extra bite in the oil and also give it that predictability and control throughout the entire lane.
Yep. Rich and I would like to thank you for spending time with us today to talk about the brand new Web and Web Tour Edition. Let's go back to Dave in the studio.
The Web and Web Tour are very special products. Speaking of special, today I'm joined by a couple guests from our partners at KR Strike Force, Jason Guest and Robert Lawrence. Welcome in, guys.
Thanks, Dave.
How's everything going?
Good, good. You know, we're going on our 3rd year in this partnership with EBI, and when we took over, we were very happy and very excited to do this. 3 years, it's been a great ride, and hopefully we continue to keep it going.
Yeah, we're excited to have you guys on board. You know, you guys take care of all of our non-ball products, and I think that's going really good. I understand you guys have a few newer products you want to talk to us about today. I see you got a couple bags down there in front of us. Why don't you tell us a little bit about those?
Yeah, we're we're spend a lot of time trying to create new products, and every year you got to kind of not reinvent the wheel, but just come up with something new that keeps them thinking about your products and keeps you above your competition. So one of the ideas, we've done a lot with the Hammer brand, especially because it's just such a popular brand. But the die sub pattern on the fabric, no one's done that before, so we've done that in a slim triple. And one of the cool things we added this year was these new skateboard style wheels that you can colorize to match the bags, and they just really look good. They look new and modern, so it's really cool, and they're stable on the when you're rolling them around. So, yep. And then another again in the hammer line, the force line of bags. We created a full-size triple and then also this slim triple with the same idea. It has that great leather look, and it's just fancy looking. You know, it looks special. And again, with the wheels, you know, in that bag too, we're going to use those wheels in a lot of our slim triples.
Great. Those products look awesome. I'm excited to see them out in the field now. I'm sure a lot of our pro shops already have them on their shelves, so it's really cool.
Yep.
You know, I've got a whole bunch of shoes here in front of me.
Yeah.
A couple of them I haven't seen up close and personal. They look great. Jay, you want to touch on a couple of them?
Yeah, there's a couple of new things up here, Dave. This all pink shoe is a promotion that we're doing, limited edition for the month of October for breast cancer and cancer research. So we're going to donate some proceeds from the sales of this shoe to help cancer research, and you'll see us talk about that throughout social media through the whole month of October. And then also, as far as what's new, we have this Hammer Boss shoe, and has a new outsole. We were the first ones in bowling to bring TPU, which is thermopolyurethane, to the outsole. This one is similar to that, but it's crystallized rubber, so you still get that great, you know, light, flexible feel that you do with TPU, but a lot more durable around the toe area for those bowlers that drag their toe more. You don't have to worry about the toe burning or wearing down. These are both interchangeable on the slide pin and the heel, come with all the parts, shoe covers, accessory bags, the whole 9 yards. So one thing about Hammer, when we started this partnership, Hammer didn't have shoes, and now we do, and it's been fantastic so far.
Yeah, we appreciate that a lot. I know a lot of our tour players are wearing them. A lot of our regional staff are wearing them. They're extremely comfortable. I was one of the ones that got one of the prototypes when you guys first made them, and I still have my prototype pair.
Oh, it's, you know, you take them out of the box, put them on your feet, you walk out on the lanes and bowl. There's really no break-in time. They just feel like they're already broke in. They're that comfortable.
Yep.
And you know, and those pink ones, those are men and women. So
I got my pair on order.
It's,
absolutely.
Those are
I've actually seen Andrew Anderson's been wearing them a little bit.
Oh, they look great.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah.
So, you know, you guys do all of our non-ball products, which includes the Powerhouse brand. You guys have anything new from the Powerhouse brand that you want to talk about?
Yeah, we do. It's actually a really cool pro shop type product. We have a cordless bevel sander. Has a rechargeable battery pack that can be charged, plugged in, put back in. Takes about 15 minutes to fully charge it back up. No cords. You know, you can use this in your shop, at the drill press, at the workbench, back and forth. You don't need to worry about the cord getting hung up and all that. So this is a really cool product. We just got these in. Distributors will have them. Start shipping them anytime.
Great. That's pretty handy for the pro shop operators out there. Somebody needs to get a quick bevel done. They walk right out and do it. They don't have to take it to the back. That's really cool.
I think you're going to see maybe bowlers or maybe like coaches of a college team carrying these around and doing work at a tournament site.
Yeah, that's good.
It's
and we have a lot of pro shop operators that are college coaches, so that's a good little tip for them. That's great. Hey, you know, I've got all these other bowling balls and pins up here too. I'm not going to pass them over, but you guys also have On the Ball, which is the custom bowling balls. I've got these new Hammer balls up here that were part of our Best Fans in Bowling Month. They got such good reviews. Are these now available for purchase?
Yeah, they are. And you know, the unique thing to On the Ball bowling is it's a one-off process. So you want to make a custom ball, put your pet on there, your wife, whatever you want to do, you can do that and order one. You don't have to worry about a mass production of a bunch of a number. So very cool product. And these are new from the Best Fans in Bowling promotion that were some of the most popular ones from that month. And they're really cool.
Great. Guys, thanks for joining us today. Again, we can't tell you how much we appreciate your partnership. We look forward to all the new products you guys invent, and want to just say again, thanks for being here. Hope you all enjoyed our webinar today. Right now, we're going to throw it over to Mike Judy, and he's going to tell you about our specials.